Hello friends and welcome back. Today let's talk about reconciling contradictory ideas and desires to preserve our sanity and to allow us to move forward. One of my favorite pieces of wisdom is that you can love yourself as you are and still want to grow and develop. This idea is particularly meaningful to me because I grew up thinking that I had to be harsh with myself, be very strict, or otherwise I would become complacent. I thought that being hard on myself was the only way to guarantee that I would grow. I suspect that a lot of us grew up with the same idea. We think being harsh and strict is what guarantees that we become better. And as a result, we become very demanding with ourselves and with others. We have a hard time tolerating anything that seems like a weakness. Thankfully, on my personal development journey, I learned that you could be content with where you are and still want to achieve bigger things. You can feel like you are and you have enough and still want to pursue something bigger for yourself. That is the main idea behind the name of this channel, Enough and More. I love thinking that the two can coexist and that one doesn't prevent the other. When you love and accept yourself, growth becomes less of a struggle because you approach it from a place of genuine curiosity. The alternative would be that you dislike yourself and punish yourself into growing. But that usually backfires. You eventually cave under the pressure or you rebel against your own harsh treatment. Making yourself feel terrible is not the answer. And feeling positively towards yourself doesn't mean that you'll become complacent. I was reading an article a couple of weeks ago and I stumbled upon a psychology concept that really embodies this way of thinking. It's called Dialectical Thinking and I had never heard about it before, so I thought I'd share it here. Dialectical thinking is the practice of considering different perspectives and reconciling contradicting ideas. It's basically learning to hold space for two opposite things to be true at the same time. So the opposite of dialectical thinking would be black and white thinking. And if you're not familiar with the term black and white thinking, it's when we think in extremes or we have an all or nothing mentality. Things are either good or bad, we pass or we fail, we win or we lose. Things happen to us always or never, there's no in between. You either absolutely love something or you absolutely hate it. You're either super happy or you are very depressed. You're always looking at things in extremes. This is a very rigid way to go about life and it's frankly exhausting. The problem with this rigid thinking is that life is both complex and very fluid. It doesn't lend itself well to our extremes and it doesn't fit into the boxes. So black and white thinking sets us up for a lot of resistance, a lot of struggling, a lot of swimming against the current. Ultimately, it sets us up to fail because we cannot impose this rigidity on our environment. We cannot make everything fit nicely into the boxes we've created in our minds. The beauty of dialectical thinking is that it offers us flexibility. It creates balance between acceptance and change. For example, you can accept yourself as you are and still want to grow. You can feel scared of trying something new and do it anyway. You can be strong and independent and want someone to take care of you. You can disagree with someone and understand their point of view. You can love something and choose to let it go. You can be afraid of change and excited about a new adventure. You can be committed to your career and still prioritize personal relationships and self-care. Dialectical thinking is embracing the yes and method popularized by improv courses. It's like saying, yes, this situation is happening to me, or I'm feeling ABC, and I will do XYZ. The first part of the sentence can be true and still not stop the second part of it from happening. It's striking that balance between acceptance and change or between acceptance and action. When you stop approaching every situation or conflict with all or nothing thinking, you actually open yourself up to unique configurations that allow you to honor both sides of the equation. You become more flexible, adaptable, and creative in your problem-solving process. You learn to hold space for yourself and for other people to be walking contradictions, and you really lean into empathy. You face reality, you accept things as they are, and you take action to create what you want. So now I am curious, were you familiar with dialectical thinking before this video? And how do you reconcile contradictions and ambiguities in your own life? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, so leave a comment. As always, take really good care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.